be successful in a presentation, you want to make an impact and change behaviour. But how do you do that, Mr. Anderson, when everyone is just following the status quo, being part of the herd? You have to give them a choice. Take the blue pill and let them continue in the same old way, oblivious to what's happening. Or take the red pill and show them how deep the rabbit hole goes. The best way to make an impact is show your audience the problems and challenges that they face. Some they may already know, but others they may not. Make them take the red pill, give them a heavy dose of reality, show them that things aren't all rosy and perfect, and that they really can't keep going in the same way. Now when you're doing this, people can sometimes get a bit defensive because they feel like they're to blame for not dealing with these issues already, and that might make them not want to listen. So to get around that, give them the opportunity to blame it on something else. Maybe high-level changes in the industry or the environment. You could point out things like coping with these pressures used to be easy, but then the government changed the regulations. Or it used to be simple, but now everything's online, the situation's exploded out of control and resources can't keep up. Or of course, the machines have taken over. This will give them an out and stop them feeling incompetent and sticking their fingers in their ears. Then you give them a new way of looking at the problem that explains why all of the current attempts to solve the problem haven't worked. Give them some key insight that demonstrates their situation and helps them realize the truth. Remember, there is no spoon. Next, you take that insight and expand on it. This is the scary bit. Explain what happens if they fail to solve that problem. What it's going to do to morale, to staff productivity or revenue, or that the machines will get the codes to Xion's mainframe computer. Basically, you're taking the issue and you're making it very clear that something's got to be done. That it's only going to get worse if they don't take action, so they understand why this really matters and why they have to make a decision about it. And this structure is important because it follows the same ideas of many of the great stories, taking you down to a base of what is, when reality bites, and up to what could be. And the larger the gap between these 2 points, the more compelling your story is, and the more likely people are to actually follow your actions. Then let them be the hero. Give them the tools to solve the problems and show how, using your solution or approach, they'll be able to achieve real value. You need to be careful at this point. Just give them a sense of what the solution is, without going into too much detail. Enough to provide context to help them understand the intent and the value later on. Think about what your audience needs to know at this stage, how much information is required. It's all about setup and preparation for the main show, which is about to come. And here you are, the main showdown. This is where you can now clearly state your value proposition and show what differentiates you compared to everything else. Demonstrate the benefits that you can deliver to your audience. And you know what? It's even fine to do this as bullet points. A couple of short, clear statements that explain why they should choose you or your type of solution. Doing it this way round means you present the value proposition after the audience has understood what you're talking about, what you're selling, so it makes it easier for them to understand the rest of your pitch. So at the end, what you're left with is a great structure to make an impact and to set up the rest of your presentation. Once you've got through the introduction, you're into the main body of the presentation, which is built around the value proposition. If you've got the introduction right, you'll have made it clear why the topic is important. You'll have demonstrated that you understand the audience's situation and their needs, and shaped the way the prospect sees things, so that they're receptive to the benefits and advantages that you provide.